My name is Adam, and they call me, friend of mine are calling me Adolek Kohn, K-O-H-N. And I am today 90 years old, but I don't feel like. I am strong, and I work in a garden, and I teach people even how to work on a computer. And I'm 90. In Australia, we arrived in 1949. And I think Australia, in my opinion, is the best country in the world. We were dancing, you know, before the war. We had tangos, foxtrots, and you had to know how to dance. It is a tango or a waltz was completely different, or a foxtrot. I remember this.
It's my dad's birthday, and he's 90, and that's a big deal. Here's a little picture of my parents who just married. They were married in a matter of a few hours. They didn't intend to marry, but they were leaving Poland, and there was one old auntie who survived the war, and she took responsibility of my mother, and she said, "You can't leave if you're not married. Young girls like you don't travel with young boys without getting married." So they said, "But we're leaving tomorrow, the ticket's tomorrow to Russia."
He said, "If you marry her, then she will go." So what do you mean they marry her? Today is 1 o'clock, tomorrow at 6 o'clock we are leaving. So she said, "Come in 2 hours, we're going to do a wedding."
When I asked my mother how come she agreed to marry my father, she said she felt he was a good man. "How did you know he was a good man?" And she said because when she came back from work in the evenings, he had kept some food for her.
This is me, and she was my wife. Yet, September 1945, 60 years later, Turegrot, Melbourne. We're wearing the same boots, the same briefcase, the same brush even, which she's wearing here, exactly 60 years later. See? The word is destiny. One word is destiny. When we supposed to go to the station where the carriages were taking you to Auschwitz, that we're going somewhere because they told us that we're going to Germany, we're going to work, we're going to have a very good time there. You know, we're going to get a lot of food, we're going to work over there. But we did not that we are going to Auschwitz. We're going for about how many days? For 3 or 4 days, from Lodz to Auschwitz. Right in front of Auschwitz, where the Arbeitsmacht frei. We were standing over there, and we were not allowed to sit down. And eventually, they called us. We went to selection. They selected right, left, and that was Dr. Mengele. And that was the time when I have seen the last time my mother. But there were also my family, and you know, a lot of people from our family went the same way.
For what we sold my mommy's ring for 2 spoons of flour. Then we sold a little watch for 1 kilo of wood to cook some hot water. And the minute when it came nearly to us, my mother, she had only this ring. And I told her, "Mommy, we are not going to sell it. It is not going to save our life." Her only ring, what she loved very much. But the second, when we have been coming in a queue to be selected, she turned this ring off her hand and she gave it to me. In a second, my mother was here, I was here, holding my mother in my hand. Suddenly, this ring became my mother. And we went through many selections, cutting our hair here, everywhere, looking if we have something in our teeth or somewhere. Somehow I managed to hide my mother.
To hide the ring?
It wasn't the ring, it was my mother.
There were two SS men in uniform, SS uniform. And they have seen this. They took out the gun and they started to shoot in the hole. They killed all the mothers with the children who wanted to get out. Has become quiet in the hole suddenly. Then they have seen on the fields, the mothers and the children are running. They shoot them too. And that was about 20 meters from me. Then he came to the watch house where I was sitting. He knocked at the door. He was with somebody else, with another assessment. I had to open the door, and he came straight with the smoking gun right in my forehead. My brother died on the hands of my mother on tuberculosis. I put his body on a wheelbarrow and walking to the cemetery with his body. I wanted him to be buried. And the German SS were shooting, and I was walking with the wheelbarrow, and I was walking. I said, whatever is going to happen, they're going to shoot me, they're going to shoot me. I don't care. I'm going to take him to the cemetery.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Just gonna hug
Quite sweet, quite sweet little baby.
Happy birthday!
I wonder myself sometime, you know, what I went through. We were dancing, happy and things like this. And got children, got grandchildren, and everyone is of them very educated, and it is something. If you're dancing for creation of life, you can dance everywhere, even in Auschwitz, because you created life.